next time that your body goes into a state of alert, stomach gets tight, you feel frozen, you get stuck, you feel your neck, when the body starts to do that, number one.
Here's the thing that saves me, and maybe it'll work with you.
When something happens to you, you don't deny it, you defy it. And I was defiant that I'm going to beat this, I'm going to handle this.
Rise and shine, it's Entspresso time.
I wake up every morning.
Espresso keep me going.
I wake up every morning.
Hey, it's Carmichael, and this channel was created to help you overcome the number one challenge that is holding you back, a lack of belief in yourself. You watch these videos because you know there's something more inside you too. You've got Michael Jordan level talent at something. So let's start your day off right together. Grab your coffee and sip on today's message from Mel Robbins. Also, if you want to have more confidence, check out my 254 series. They're free. The link to join are in the description below.
If you didn't give a shit what anybody else thought, what's the thing you would love to be doing with your life?
You might want to get honest with yourself. Like, instead of doing this, I want to be a millionaire, I want to do this. Do you really? Because you can make it happen. You actually can. Look at all the idiots that are making money. You can make money.
In order to get to the next level in your business, you got to decide right now, what habits do you have as a leader that you have to change now? You know that wave that you feel, or your tongue gets numb, or you get tightness in your cheeks, or you freeze? You know when that happens? Based on the science, there is only a 90-second chemical release in your body. It's called the 90-second rule. When your body stomach starts to flutter, when your heart starts to race, when you feel this feeling of fear that you have that's unique to you, based on the science, there's a 90-second rule, and all of the chemical release that's happening because your body is going into a state of being alert, it only sticks around for 90 seconds. As long as you don't let your thoughts race. If your thoughts start to race, you'll start to agitate the situation. Next time that your body goes into a state of alert, stomach gets tight, you feel frozen, you get stuck, you feel your neck, when the body starts to do that, number one, just remember, it means your body is getting ready to be alert and pay attention. And it does not mean you're going to lose control. It does not mean you're in danger. It does not mean to stop or to shut up. I want you to take a deep breath. Count to 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. And realize that the hormones that just got released because you're about to do something, they only last 90 seconds. That's it. You can breathe slowly. You can count to 90. You can get up and walk around. You can do 90 seconds of jumping jacks. You can meditate for 90 seconds. You can ground your feet in your chair and wiggle a minute so that you feel your body in your chair. And take deep breaths. And what you're going to find is that you're going to be blown away. You're going to be blown away because what you're going to see is that in 90 seconds flat, you can go from being somebody who has an upset stomach and who would normally not go talk to your boss, who would normally not walk into that gym, who would normally not make that call. In 90 seconds flat, you can manipulate your body state to calm down, and you will notice that your thoughts do not race. Your thoughts calm down, you're in full control, and now you can speak up, and now you can show up.
So I'm here in Puerto Rico. I was invited to speak at Brendan Burchard's mastermind event. These people pay $30,000 to $50,000 a year to be a part of his group. And I was asked to speak. I was one of 2 external speakers to be here over the past 3 days. And before going on stage, I had a little mini panic attack. My biggest fear is I'm going to disappoint people. My biggest fear is I'm going to let them down. My biggest fear is that Brendan, brought me over here, put me up in this amazing hotel, and I'm going to forget what I'm going to say. I'm going to let people down. I'm going to disappoint them, and it's going to look bad for everybody. and they paid all this money to be here. And just before going on stage in the introduction, Brendan's talking about how I've helped him and how I've helped him with his YouTube channel, and just backstage, I dropped all these genius knowledge bombs on him, and in my heart, I'm like freaking out even more. It's like, man, as if I wasn't already stressed out enough, you gotta bump me up and fill me up even more, which in my head is more expectations, what people think I'm going to do, people who may not even know me. Now they're going to be, putting all these expectations on me, right? Now I have to deliver even more, right, after the big setup. I'd rather under-promise and over-deliver, not have a giant promise and then try to match it. So here's the thing that saves me, and maybe it'll work with you. I default to service. When I'm stressed out, when I'm anxious, this happens mostly when we're afraid of other people's opinions, right? When we're about to make a YouTube video, when we're about to speak on stage, we're about to do something like talking to a customer, something scary. It's usually because of other people's opinions. And what I do is default to service. When I can catch it, right? If you catch yourself feeling the panic attack, default to service. So I'll look out into the crowd and I'll remind myself, I'm not here for me, I'm here for them. I'm here for you. I'm making this video for you. Hopefully, this channel is a part of your regular routine, your morning routine, and it's giving you inspiration and ideas and belief and hope in the morning. That's why I make these videos. It's not because I love standing out here on the balcony with my arm about to fall off because I'm tired of holding this phone up, right? I'm introverted. I have no desire to see myself on camera. Every time before filming, I have these moments of anxiety, feeling like I want the new video I make to be better than before. And so I get nervous and scared every time I get, even still now, in front of the camera to make videos like this, but definitely to do crazy speeches in front of people paying $30 to $50K to be there, right? It's about service. You're built to serve. You want to help other people. You have a message that matters. And so my technique that always calms me down and always makes me feel great is, I think, this is about you. This is about them. This isn't about me. I did the same thing 2 weeks ago when I was in Whistler. Ed Milet and Andy Frisella flew me out to speak to their group. And these guys pay $60K a year to be there. There's 100 people in the room, super limited, super elite. And David Goggins spoke first, and then I spoke after him, and then Peyton Manning spoke after me. And I'm thinking, man, I got to speak between David Goggins and Peyton Manning? Are you kidding me? And so the hamster wheel starts running, right? Who am I to be here? Oh my gosh, these guys are so crazy and like elite of the elite, and I'm gonna disappoint people. I'm gonna let people down, right? That's the thought process, and I get anxiety then. But then I remind myself this is about service, that the people here I care about, and that they're thought leaders and experts, and they need to get their message out. And I know more about YouTube than David Goggins and Peyton Manning, so let's go, right? That's the voice inside my head. That's how I get myself into action mode. So it's not about being fearless. I think if you have those moments where you feel anxious, where you feel nervous, where you feel scared, it's actually good. If you don't have anything that makes you feel nervous, anxious, scared, you have a boring life. You don't like your life. You're bored because you're doing the same thing over and over and over again. You want things that are different. You want things that are outside your comfort zone. You want things that stretch you, and that comes with anxiety and insecurities and fears and doubts. That's all normal. But what you don't want to teach yourself is that when you get afraid, you play small. When you get anxious, you back down, right? That's not the message. It's true. You do it. You rise up when you do it. And the way to do it, at least for me, is one, telling myself I'm Evan Carmichael and I do scary things, right? Scary, difficult, or hard. I do those things. But then two, default to service. That this is not about you. Don't be so selfish. You have a message that can change the world. You have a responsibility to get it out there, to help people. And you staying quiet and you staying small doesn't serve anybody. You're built to serve. Now go live it. Now I've got a really special bonus clip I think you're going to enjoy. But before that, question of the day, I want to know, what's one thing in the next month that you've got in your calendar that makes you anxious, scared, fearful, doubtful, let me know what it is. Put it down in the comments below. And if you made it this far, you're still watching, I want to celebrate you. Give me a hashtag believe down in the comments as well.
Dr. Alfred Golson, who has since passed, was a very unusual guy. And he told me, he said, Mr. Brown, you have cancer. I said, can you give me a second opinion? He said, yes, and you're ugly too. I said, oh my God. So I didn't have a chance to have fear because, those three words, you have cancer, three of the most feared words in 7 different languages. I saw it as a fight. And from that time to this time, my PSA was 2,400. And that stands for prostate-specific antigen, and now it's below 0 and metastasized to 7 areas of my body, which was a good thing because 7 is my lucky number. Okay, so I never was fearful that I was going to die from it, and I think that I read something by Dr. Norman Cousins. He wrote a book called The Biology of Hope, and he talked about the fact that when something happens to you, you don't deny it, you defy it. And I was defiant that I'm going to beat this, I'm going to handle this. That there are people who many times when something happens to them, that they embrace it from a place of fear and it takes them out. And L.C. Robinson said, things may happen to you and things may happen around you, but the most important things are the things that happen in you. And you have to stand up inside yourself and deal with it and handle it.
If you want to know how Mel Robbins goes step by step with her planning, check out the video right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.
In order to make it stick, go brick by brick.